Get over here!
Oy, ay, ay, ay. Eshkalo. Oy, ay, ay, ay. Eshkalo. Eshkalo.
A little ode to chakra there. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 50 of Let's Play Hollow Knight Silksong. I'm the Green Scorpion.
And I'm Ignis.
And, just as I thought, we triggered it.
Nice.
Silken Soul, Caretaker of Songclave. Oi, I'm wishing for that bothersome bell ringer. That you read in this, then head up top beside the shrine. Might we two should have a little chat. I believe this is what we need to do. So, we gotta get up to Songclave. Before we do, however, let us... Oh, we actually got Chakra's, journal entry since we beat her in a boss fight. Warrior cartographer of a tribe from Farloom's Edge. Her skills in battle could challenge the kingdom's best. She has lived a mere fraction of my lifetime, and yet her rings prove a ferocious match. As gifted a warrior as I ever encountered, and one I am fortunate to call a friend. Speaking of which, Garmond and Zaza. Vigorous old knight and their noble companion working together to see their lands cut free from haunted madness. They too seek the specter at the haunting's heart, though I fear that foe would pose a challenge beyond their mortal limits. So she doesn't have full confidence in Garmond and Zaza, but yeah, she clearly has a lot of good to say for Chakra. Oh, I'm curious about this. Ancient Weaver condemned for a transgression loss of time. This one's husk held a masterful talent to weave silk into blazing runes. Throughout my life, I have seen runes woven for many tasks. Was she the first to hone such skills? Oh yeah, we have these as well. Hang on, Lace. Manic fencer who delights in battle. A bug born entirely of thread. Much silk would have been needed to see her sustained. A fragile form of life, but life nonetheless. Wow, that's poetic. Mm-hmm. So despite I kind of like this because this means that Hornet is a type of person who is like, yeah, the origins of what you are or who you are doesn't matter. Life is life. So this says to me that Hornet might care for Lace in a weird way. Grandmother Silk, monarch of Farloom and the primal source of silk. Heart of the haunting, long lulled to slumber and desperate to wake. The higher being's threads stretch throughout Farloom, snaring its bugs and driving them to madness and discord. Neat. Oh, right, the thing I wanted to do before anything else. What crest should I bring into this?
Ooh.
I'm gonna let you decide. Hunter is like the classic one. Reaper has been proving to be very useful in, like, especially when it comes to silk production. Wanderer is simple but brilliant. It's a little weaker than Hunter, but it's fast. Beast, I'm just gonna go ahead and skip over this one. I think I know that one.
Oh yeah.
Witch is an interesting one. I actually really like how this one works. The problem is we don't have the memory shards to fully utilize it. We're also missing one from the Architect, but you've seen what this crest can do.
True.
Which do you think I should take into this?
Honestly, I think the Hunter.
Going with old reliable?
Mm-hmm.
We're going with old reliable, baby. And also, you guys may have noticed it earlier, but I did equip the reserve bind onto the auxiliary crest. So we're gonna have that at all times now. As for what we want to equip here, I mean, the sting shards are always just good. Mm-hmm. Like, I've been using these to great effect, and yeah, I see what people have been saying about the cogflies. That said, do I want to keep the cogflies? Do I want to keep both of these? Or for poetic's sake, do I want to switch to the throwing rings?
I'm gonna say stick to the sting shards.
All right.
Just because they're more familiar for us.
Yeah, I guess I do want to try and, like, at least utilize these a little bit, if only because, like, the novelty of it. I really like how we basically have Chakra's weapon. You know what? Let's stick with old reliable, but also I'm gonna indulge myself here.
Okay.
As for the rest of this, Longclaw is good, but do I want anything else from here? The claw mirror is another charm that or another artifact that I really liking, but it's really only good on the witch crest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with what we have here. And yeah, I see what people have been saying about the magnetite dice. That's a really good find. So I think we have what we want here. Let's move. Wrong way. I gotta go here. Yeah, I'm actually quite, surprised, honey, because, like, we've gotten far in this game, and yet we still have a whole other act to go through. We're in 50 episodes, and we're still not done.
I know.
Alright, so I think we gotta go to the Grand Bellway and then take the elevator to Songclave. Might as well do this just in case. Alright, so... First shrine. Doink. Has anyone ever done the thing where it's like, when you were a little kid, like, they basically were like, oh, hey, elevators are portals to another realm?
No, but I have done the thing where, like, I've imagined opening the door with my hand.
Ah, yeah. You stay close, sister. Them halls besides are crawling with haunted husks. Wandering will only bring death, pointed and painful. Don't think I ain't seen it. Wait. Don't think I ain't seen it, Bellringer. A whole lot of helping you've been up to, both here and down below. It's a strange mantle you're taking for yourself, seeing all them bugs saved and wishes promised.
You find it strange, sir. I found some solace in the service, and the rewards received here have proved a boon on my journey.
Aye, but it ain't your place now, is it? I see well what you are. Weaver and Moor. It's below your station. You ain't no common sort meant for caring for on us slow folk.
I could say the same for you, who still chooses to remain cowled. You continue to pose only as a simple pilgrim. Don't you think it's past time you cease the performance?
Leave off, old one. Permit a bug their small disguise. It's been a pleasant thing to play simple, and I weren't calling for a change, even if you seem insistent on bringing it.
Change was unavoidable, sir. Whether I arrived or not, the monarch stirs, its threads stretches far. My presence only accelerates the inevitable.
So what are you helping for, eh? Planning to usurp? To perch above us all as queen? Build up our hopes only to string us all in your own beastly web? Such is the way of weavers and gods both. It's feeling almost time, eh, Bellringer? You and her who waits up there. That fated meeting won't hold forever. Ready to make your play? To oust one ruler and claim a place?
I'll not deny some part of me desires that outcome. Dominance, it seems, is baked deep in my blood, as too, no doubt, for the one up top. And yet, another part resists. A part over time I find myself siding with more. That part wishes not to claim a monarch's mantle. Rather, it would foresee my freedom regained, and this kingdom's bugs unshackled from their pale chains.
Remarkable idea you're speaking there, Bellringer. A world cut free. Not a wish I've had much cause to hope on, serious-like. But I ain't so surprised to hear you speak it. For all your helping, I've been seeing it clear. You've still got the monarch in you, alright, and the glare of a weaver, but the ambition... that's wild different from both.
If you've already guessed to my desire, sir, and share some part of it, would you offer me aid in the conflict to come?
Aye. Maybe, yes. I can barely bear to tell it. But there's an idea, one rare disgust. For fear of her up there sensing the score.
You've conceived a method, I take it. A way to see a monarch removed, and me left free from claiming her station.
We have. Me and what remains of my family. It's a trap of a sort. Beyond the skill of the Citadel. One to go further than just our binding. You'd be just the hunter to set it. If you dare enough to try.
Grant me your aid, sir. If your trap provides a path to freedom both for myself and your land's bugs, I may indeed choose to trigger it. What work do you now require me to see your service made?
It's my family's strength you'll be seeking, Bellringer. Us 3 old bugs still alive, spreading across the kingdom. And one poor cousin dead and drained in swamps choked rotten. Each has power. Raw, savage stuff. For you, they'll give it. If for their fascination at the act or the thrill of defiance. Or because they have no choice at all. And last, as the base, seek a weapon of Weaver's past. Should still one be left, down there in the largest nest, a snare to set a rune of searing silk. Our own trap will be woven tight about it. Heard you did the saving for our dear merchant there. I've seen her about, sneaking and scrounging, even before you was ringing that bell. She's a useful sort, but don't let her age be fooling. She's still the sharpest mind for a deal. Won't be long till there's nary a rosary about the shrine that ain't found its way into her pockets.
Okay, so yeah, we have... Oh! So that's what it was for! You remember the thing that we got after we fought that big-ass boss fight in Biled-Water?
Yeah?
That's one of the things needed for the true ending. Or rather, to trigger Act 3. So, we have things to acquire. So, the Maiden's Soul, the Hermit's Soul, we have the Seeker's Soul, and a Snare Setter. Are they marked on the map by chance? Doesn't... Oh! It doesn't look like it's marked on the map, but... May have to look this up? Unless you can tell me?
Sir, I have opened the way above these halls and bested the White Knight that stood as guardian. Child of the monarch, she claimed herself at the end, and her shell suggested it true, a being born purely from silk woven tight. That such a feat is possible. I have seen life woven from silk before, but tiny, transient, never like this.
Aye, Bellringer. You've slain a marvel indeed. Well, flawed marvel at least. One to keep far from she was, at least for us mortal sorts. Look of a child and a mind to match, but hers been up wandering the citadel longer than most. Even in its long silence, way before you came and roused its ire. Might have seen herself this place's protector, keeping it clean and quiet as she did. Course, quiet meant most crossing her path found a painful end to her from a pin. I'd be saying thanks for the slaying, but with all the other husks now woken and enraged, a bug's chances ain't growing by much. If you want that trap made, you best go collecting. I'll point you toward what's needed best I can. Down in the Mosslands. Okay, we gotta remember this. Down in the Mosslands, still clinging to her failed chapel, my sister will part with her power if asked kind enough. The hermit the first hermit we met at the Bone Bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can like just ask for his guidance. Okay, so yeah, first stop, Bone Bottom. The place where it all began. How about that? Yeah, my throat is still recovering from all the illness and the cold and the temperature craziness that... Yeah, it's been 70 degrees and tomorrow it's gonna be 40.
I hate it.
Why?
Hate it.
But yeah, so my voice is still recovering, so I'm going to credit myself for still being able to utilize those voices. Oh, my bad. Alright then, so... let's meet up with you, lady. Did someone have... oh no, I think it was just someone in the camp reacting to me passing by. Yeah, Mosslands. I assume this is it. Hi.
Madame, I return seeking power to aid the construction of a trap at request of your sibling residing atop the citadel.
Aye, Hunter, so you managed to rouse the old fool. I've known it coming, felt it, and glad I am. Rest of my family has spent far too long huddled and glum. Or dead. Not me. I'd always been thinking it'd be a waste to just take what's coming when her up top wakes. Better to fight for freedom and go out in a blaze. It's no surprise it's you rallying us to action, Hunter. You had the sense about you, a bug bringing change and all. Of course, you're more than just a bug, ain't ya? More than Weaver. Guess it'd take someone like you for my family to dare hope at success. Go and prove our trust now, won't you? We've spent our lifetimes wishing for another path. With a bit of luck, you might grant it.
Alright, well that's simple. Actually, can we look at these? Yeah, right here. Maiden's Soul, vial gifted from the chapel maid, filled full of with swirling soul. And the Seeker Soul, cracked shell containing the soul drawn from a long-deceased bug. The thing is, right? Like, a lot of this is soul, and that is pointing back to the first game. Because we don't use soul energy in here. We use silk.
Yeah.
The first, like, in the first game, Little Ghost and, like, all the other characters that, like, used spells and whatnot were using soul for their power. So where is this going?
Guess we're gonna find out.
I'm going to assume it has something to do with that same type of soul. The problem is, and this is what has me a little bit concerned about it, we've seen the results of soul being misused. If the Soul Sanctum in the first game is anything to go by, it drove the freaking, like, Soul Tyrant mad. And turned a bunch of other bugs into formless husks.
Not a miss.
If you're wanting a trap made, you best go collecting. Buried in the Warden of Bells at Farlam's core. Seek my sullen uncle. That one has power to spare.
The Hermit in Bell Bottom? Or Bell Heart. Yeah, Bell Bottom's a completely different thing. I'm glad that it guides you, but in a way where you actually do have to check in with this old dude. Okay, so yeah, we need to go back to Bellheart. Thankfully, thankfully the Bellway should put us right where we need to be. It should be, yes, right here.
Mechassault.
So the slave comes seeking. Oh, I've heard it. Wishing on a world cut free, yes. Along with my nephew up there. Sounds he's sunk as simple as you.
Will you not provide your aid, Bug? The trap he plans requires power. I suspect you're hoarding more than most.
Oh no, I'll give it. Not in the hope you'll succeed. In that, there's a slim chance. I'd give just to see that restless energy unleashed. So much soul found and formed. Generations of it. All going to waste. Better it's given a chance to blaze.
The Hermit's Soul. Heavy bell filled with the shimmering soul of the Bell Hermit. One last item we need, and that is the trap component? Curious as to what this is going to entail. Alright. You know, it's kind of annoying the fact that we have to go to the Grand Bellway and then take the elevator to get back to Songclave, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain too much.
Yeah.
I'm just happy for, like, okay, so we did top 15 Metroidvanias recently, right? Some games don't have fast travel, like Yars Rising, so the fact that we actually have this at all, I'm gonna be grateful for.
Oh, yeah.
We're not looking a gift horse in the mouth here, people. Alright, so, where can we find this trap component? Good news for me is we're making good time here.
Oh, yeah.
For the base, We'll be needing a weapon of Weaver's past. Search down low. Sight the paths of bone. Inside their largest nests. It's a snare device. One to set a rune of Syrian silk.
Search down low aside the paths of bone inside their largest nest. Weaver nest. Do we need to go see Eva?
Maybe.
Yeah, Weaver nest Altla. Or maybe it's that little alcove right there? Because, yeah, there are other Weaver nests around here. But, yeah, Weaver nest Altla is, like, he said the biggest one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Weaver nest Altla is probably the biggest one. And, like, right beside the Path of Bones, yeah, this is pointing us to Weaver nest. Or to the Weaver nest Altla. So, either we have to go see Eva, or there's something in there that we still need to collect.
Let's go see.
Yeah, like, I was gonna have some more conversation, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of invested in what's gonna be happening here.
Oh yeah, totally.
So, I'm fine with this. What I find curious, though, is that there's no, like, grandiosity to this. It's more so that we're kind of, like, coming to a bit of, interesting, like, queries with characters that we've met in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I knew the Hermit in the first area was going to be important, but I wasn't expecting this. Same thing with the Hermit, like, in Bellheart, because, like, I just assumed, like, after the Witch Curse thing, that was his purpose. But no, turns out he's more important than we realized. Alright, let's do this. Let's go see Eva first. And if she doesn't have it for us, then that means we may have to search around for a bit.
Ava, I am seeking a tool told to be somewhere in this structure. It is a snare device of Weaver make. Do you know of it?
I may, lady. Search over from here, on side where the moss meets the nest. There, my mothers built their tools, all traps and bindings, small things, but tests for larger forms. I still remember their thoughts as they worked, their desperation and their hunger. Another hopeless attempt to wrest their freedom. All ended in failure, of course.
I'm going to assume it's that alcove up there. Or is it to the west where she said where moss meets silk? Oh. I mean, this is where the silk is. Let's look here first. Wait. I mistimed my first one, but I got the second one. Okay, nothing up there. Okay, this is where we fought the one boss. But I don't see anything. Where might you be? Well, at least we got the journal entry for that. Oh, damn. Oh, you know what? The increased power from the Hunter's Crest. I forgot we upgraded that thing. Ow. Yeah, where?
I think it actually might be up there.
Yeah, I think so too. Because, like, I heard, like, where moss meets silk, and that's where I assumed. But you might be right. I mean, I also don't mind necessarily just searching all over the place, but a little guidance is nice. Oh, yeah, you know what? I do remember this a little bit. Yeah, it was not this. Okay, I think I remember something. If we go here, we can... Yes, okay, I understand now. Let's check this room. Yeah, there's more moss here. I'm also not gonna complain about more of those shards. Yeah, no, not here either. Okay, yeah, let's try to the right. For all I know, I could be thinking too hard about this. So, if we go up this way, here. Get out of here. Ow. No, you don't. Oh boy. Yeah, no, I remember this being a, I remember this being an obstacle course for, like, a treasure, but not what we're looking for. Ow. Yeah, I don't think it's here either. Yeah, I'm definitely missing something. Yeah, because this is where we got that shard piece. Where moss meets bone. Yeah, it has to be to the left. We're gonna do a little bit of a skip ahead here, guys. I'm gonna see if I can find this thing.
Ren!
Oh! I think I found something. Oh! The snare setter! Okay. It was in a hidden alcove above, so it actually was not in a place where we could have found it easily, so I'm not going to blame us for that one. But we got it. So, what's gonna happen now? Before anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and heal real quick. Okay, so yeah, we now have everything. Now we just need to go back to Songclave and report to the old man. What is this going to do is the question. Alright, place your bets, honey. What do you think is gonna happen here?
Well, obviously we know it's a trap of some kind.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I'm guessing, like, certain parallels to the first game.
Maybe. Okay, the mission for this is Silk and Soul. So I'm going to assume, like, Silk and Soul maybe are, like, opposing, like, forces in a way?
Maybe, like...
Like, I'm trying to think, because, like, Silk was a thing in the first game, but we only really knew the Weavers very, very, like, vaguely. And a lot of the story relevance in there was mainly related to using soul power in order to contain the Hollow Knight. We're learning more about the Weavers in this game than we ever did in the first game. Ah, don't do this to me, controller. Alright, let's check in with the old man.
Sir, I have the items requested. Craft me a trap that we may see these lands free.
There we go. Found it all, did you, Bellbringer? Then join me and let's get to prepping.
I'll be asking both your silk and your claws for the construction. It's done. The pots are prepared. I'm heading up now to set the heavy thing. Even with the trap laid, best be guessing her on top won't go down so simple. She'll sense what's coming. That blade of yours is gonna have to do what's work before this thing can snap.
I'd expect such, sir, and I am ready. Set your snare. I shall attend shortly.
I think I know how this is going to go. You remember how in the first game we had to fulfill certain objectives and then fight the Hollow Knight?
Yes.
I think this is the same thing. I think we have to fight Grandmother Silk again. But now, under these conditions, we're going to trigger something new. Before we do, however, I would like to talk to you. Do you have anything for us that we can use? Okay, it was only the one. I don't have any other, yeah, I don't have any more,
Rosaries.
So we'll have to save the rest for later. How you doing, Sherma?
All of these marvelous healing supplies. Surely they at least are some proof of the Citadel's holy nature.
You're still holding on to that, aren't you? Okay, so, oh! Confront the one who haunts the lands of Farloom. Soul Snare. Scale the Citadel and ensnare the Monarch in a deadly trap. Okay. Now then, before we continue, I am going to take your advice. Since we know how Grandmother Silk works, these things go horizontal. This is not going to work as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're switching to the Cogflies. And now, I think we're ready to do this. How? Oh, right. I can take the elevator to the highest peak. To Terminus. All right. For the last bit of this episode, we're gonna fight Grandmother Silk one more time. I think we pretty much took care of everything that we could at this point.
Oh, do we want to save at the bench?
Thank you. I keep forgetting to do that. I appreciate it, honey. We got everything?
Yep.
All of our tools, all of our support items, everything that we could do up to this point.
Yep.
Here we go. There you are.
Ain't you come a long way, Bellringer? Granting wishes, saving bugs, even rousing my sullen family to act. The snare is set above, our power bound along its thread. To your sight it may seem a crude thing, but there's fair strength to it. Enough to quell a god.
You and your family have done me well, sir. I shall prove your faith in the meeting ahead.
Aye. Bring your best, Bellringer. Call forth a great pale god. Cut her weak, then drive the beast down atop the snare. Contact made will stir the snared light, but only your needle's song will awaken the spell in full. When that moment arrives, you'll see it clear.
Do we have to use the needle in?
I think so.
And there he goes. Yeah. Let's do it. Look, I know you're mad for us not visiting in a while again, Grandma, but you don't have to be this mad. Alright, let's see if I remember this.
Ooh. Her animation is still so freaking smooth.
Oh, yeah. Hee. Wow!
We're getting to this pretty fast.
I mean, we've gotten stronger, and the Hunter Crest did get upgraded.
True.
Also, I've kind of like marked down her pattern for the most part. Also, I learned you can actually get rid of those things by hitting them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that was nice to learn. Whew. Okay, no, I have to defeat her. I didn't know whether it was like, I had to like stun her and then activate the needle in, but no, I think I just gotta straight up beat her and then it'll give me the prompt. Oof, okay.
We summoned something. Well, we beat the game again? But What happened to Hornet?
what happened to Lace? And what happened to Act 3? I don't know. So, right out of the gate, those tendrils and what we summoned, that was the same shit that ensnared the Radiants.
Yeah.
So, what happens now? Oh, goodness. I wasn't expecting it to just end like that. I thought we were gonna, like, do something, but apparently there's more we need to do. Because, like, that can't be the end, right? We still have an Act 3 to get to. Did I miss something?
I don't think you did.
I mean, surely the comments are going to like go ahead and educate us. But let's get back into it once we get the prompt to like start the game again. 'Cause now I'm very, very curious. Yeah, is it taking me back to the main menu? Sure enough, it is.
Oh.
And yeah, you can see what we summon in the background.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, this is part of it. That was an ending, but this is part of the process. Okay. Team Cherry? Really cool. Hornet, you okay?
Hornet UK.
It really does come full circle, doesn't it?
There it is.
Abyss. What the fuck did we just do? Isn't this the same field of flowers where we fought Lace?
I think so.
New objective. Oh, shit. Yeah, according to the map, we're still in the cradle. Whoa. Okay. Episode's not quite over yet, guys. Let's see if we can figure out how to get out of here. And figure out what the fuck is going on. Holy shit. Ooh.
Ooh.
Whoa, 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 what's going on? Hornet?
Hornet UK.
I don't think she's K. Ugh. Yeah, something's eating away at her. Oof. Yeah, I can't even jump. Oh, God. Okay, we're back in business. Is there anything over here? No, we're going the right way. Okay, don't do this to me now, controller. Holy crap. The clock tower's destroyed. Mostly. Looks like they're still trying to operate. Oh, God. Yeah, I just realized all of our crest, all of our tools, they're unequipped.
Oh. The foreground.
Yeah, I'm noticing this. There. Ugh. Okay, careful. Ah! Okay, well, it put us all the way back here then, huh? Well, at least we got all of our life back. And as a matter of fact... Okay, no, yeah, Yeah, we do still need to get our cocoon back, but at the very least, we have life to work with now. Christ on a sesame bun, what the fuck did we just summon?
I don't know.
Well, that makes things a little easier. Okay, here we go. Oh, God. Ah!
Yo, this music.
That's the same soul energy from the first game. Yeah, this is bad. Like, this is straight up void. This is the void from the first game. At least I think that's where this is going. Because that was unmistakably void power. Ooh.
Ooh. Hang in there, Hornet.
Come on, Hornet. Just a little bit more. We just need to get to the end. Ugh! Isn't this the hallway of the Coral Chambers? Ooh. Hornet?
Hornet?
Sherma! Hoy, Red Maiden! 'Tis a prayer answered to see you safely wake!
Little Sherma, what has happened here?
To our safe haven? Our home. This is what's left of it after the great breaking began. There was a terrible noise from above. Everything shook and fell apart, and the black thread sprung up from beneath. Many a poor pilgrim has already been lost to the destruction. You might have been too, if not for some fleeing pilgrims who found you fallen and carried you back to us.
The black threads. I may understand their source. I must speak with the old caretaker. I must speak with the old caretaker. Do you know what has become of him? I see he has left you his garb.
Oh, yes. He charged me with looking after those remaining here. Said he had to confer with his family down below.
Down below. Then they have slunk away to hide in their ruined chapel. I must pay them a visit. Thank you, Sherma. Stay safe and take care of your fellow pilgrims.
Damn. Yeah, looks like this place has seen better days.
Yep.
Well, on that note, oh my god, Sherma looks adorable in that outfit.
Oh.
Yeah, on that note, I think we're going to go ahead and end it off here. What do you got to say? Oh, what new horror now besets us? Is this fresh punishment for our sins or yet another test to prove our faith?
It is neither, good bug. In this disaster, you bear no blame. Hold close to your companions, and I will work swift to see this madness stilled.
Awaiting the end, confront the caretaker and his family in the ruined chapel beside Bone Bottom. Wait a second. Yeah, hold on a moment. Are they actually the villains?
They might be.
Or are they just... did they just not expect this to happen?
I guess we're gonna find out.
Yup. Thank you guys for joining us for today's episode of Let's Play Hollow Knight Silksong, the 50th episode. How fitting for a transitional number like that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
In the next episode, we begin Act 3 in earnest. See you guys then.